Thank you, Matt. Do we have a few questions?
And we'll use the microphone.
Okay. Can you hear me? Hello, hello? There we go. Can you hear me now? All right. So just so you folks know, most of you have been here before, but if I don't ask your question, it's not because it was the best question in the world. It's because either there's another question that got there before, or we ran out of time, or it didn't apply to one of the speakers here tonight, which I think most of the questions do actually tonight. But if your question's not answered, please come up afterwards and talk to the folks that can answer your question. Whether your question's answered or whether it's not, these questions will also be forwarded over to the right people in the right offices, so they'll be able to contact you with some follow-through, and they'll also be forwarded over to the council district representatives as well. So with that said, the first question, I'm not sure if it's a Brian or it's a Sergio question, so I'll ask two questions for you guys. Jules, did you have a question? You didn't fill out a speaker card. All right. So anyway, this first question is either for Brian or Sergio. I'm concerned this is from Lanny Feldbaum, and if I call your name, if you want to stand up so that way they can address you directly, that's fine. You don't have to if you don't want to. So it's Lanny Feldbaum. She asks, I'm concerned about Matilla Avenue, which runs from Riverside to Magnolia. The traffic has gotten worse as people cut through after work. Cars also make U-turns in front of our house. Is it possible to get speed bumps? That's Brian?
To get speed humps put on your street, just let me know, we'll look into it. What we'll do is we want a few people on your street to sign a petition first, just to let us know that there's more than just you that are interested in the problem on your street. After we get that request, we'll go out and we'll measure the speed of the traffic on your street. We'll make sure it's not a bus route. We'll make sure that the drainage is good, that it's not sloped too much. And after we do a pre-screen and it looks like it will qualify, then we'll respond back to you and say it looks like it will qualify, and we need you to get a petition from more people on the block, maybe 75% of the people. And once we get the petition back, and it will get approved, and it will get put in the pipeline. And right now the turnaround is about a year. So if you request it this fiscal year, it will probably be installed the following fiscal year. So after the meeting, you can come see me and give your information.
Terrific, thank you. For Ron Lorenzen, from Street Trees, Urban Forestry, he's been a great friend of our community, actually, with all the trees that we have now in Ventura Boulevard. There's quite a few questions about very specific as far as a tree in your front yard or a tree on your neighbors. Those questions I'm actually going to give Ron afterwards, or you can go ahead and talk to Ron afterwards. But there's a couple basic questions that kind of will apply to all of us. How do we as residents get street lighting department to clean or cut or trim the bushes or trees obscuring the old-fashioned street lights in Sherman Oaks?
Okay, first of all, I'm not really sure what the old-fashioned street light means. The Bureau of Street Lighting has money that they annually provide to urban forestry to prune trees and street lighting assessment districts. Street lighting assessment districts have the COBRA